Dave Umahi. Dave Umahi. Oh, anybody that enter politician in Nigeria, just know that it's going to be useless to Nigeria. Anybody that say, oh, I want to be politician in Nigeria, and he enter politics in Nigeria, remove your hope. That person is going to be useless to Nigeria and Nigeria state. All the politicians that ever come, past or present, only 2 people, only 2 that is good and doing their work, their duty in Nigeria as a politician. But all the other politicians, or you want to come and join politics, they are all useless to Nigerians and Nigeria state. Dave Umahi in Channel TV with Rufai Oseni. I will bring 2 things for everything he said in this interview. You will waste your fuel, waste your whatever. Come Arise TV, come talk rubbish. Rubbish. Dave Umahi. They are useless to Nigerians and Nigeria state. You trust politicians? If you trust politicians, you are also useless to Nigeria and Nigeria state. Let's watch Dave Umahi.
It does not mean that, you are restricted unless the court evidently says so.
So at first, Minister, after you had gone to report me in front of President Tinubu and said all sorts.
You are too small for me to report you to the president.
No, but they are empirical.
You are too small
Minister,
for me to
Minister,
report you to
Minister,
the
let me
president.
speak.
Minister,
Let me speak. I have empirical evidence. The world watched it on the commissioner of the project when you mentioned the questions I asked you to the president. That was reporting me to the president officially. The world watches, so you don't need to dilly-dally about the empirical facts. I don't talk without facts, Minister. You know, when I have my facts, I talk. And I insist on my question when I ask on cost.
Let me only address you.
Minister, you will not allow me speak. The problem is you will not allow me speak.
Because you don't know what you are speaking.
But let me speak. Let me speak. You will not.
What your profession is.
You will not allow me speak. You see, if you can just keep quiet and be calm and just allow me speak, I'll be happy. All right. So my question still persists as regards the cost per kilometer. You cannot tell me that we don't have a right to know the cost per kilometer. Even if it's an undulating landscape, give us all the facts and the details of the cost per kilometer. That's all we'll ask for. Other questions as regards the loans taken. Let me finish.
No. I will keep quiet for you to damage information.
Let me finish.
Listen to me.
Minister, you will not allow me to speak. The minister will not allow me to speak.
No. Don't do that with me.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
Don't do that with me. I was in your studio.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
And when the first section was on, and I ran the figures. And what you're asking us is 750 kilometers of coastal highway. We should tell you cost per kilometer. So you multiply by 750. That's nonsensical.
No, so tell me the cost per kilometer. There's nothing too hard for you to tell me that figure. You've not still told me that figure, so I was right on that point. The second point...
Because you don't understand anything.
The second point I'm trying to make is
You don't understand anything. I'm a professor in this field.
Okay.
You don't understand anything.
What university gave you professorship in this field?
And you cannot ask me to tell you a cost.
What university gave you professorship in engineering? I didn't know you were Professor Umahi, Minister. I didn't know. So... Please,
I'm professor in practice.
In practice.
I'm professor in practice.
Okay.
I understand engineering very well.
So secondly,
and you have no knowledge of what you're asking.
If you will let me...
You have no knowledge.
If you will let me ask
questions. So you keep quiet.
Okay.
And then stop,
Minister, it's all right. Keep dignifying yourself and let the world see you for who you are. The other 100 kilometers that you said they've added to it, we would like to know the cost per kilometer of that one. And the Winsome Homes, the case is in court. Now, I would like to know the cost per kilometer for that one. I would like to also know the over 700 billion first tranche of loan you guys got for this project. Has the money been spent? How was the money deployed? I would also like to know. I would also like to know the terms of that loan. All right? How many years? What's the payback period? What's the payback moratorium of that loan? And for the Winsome Homes, isn't it interesting that as somebody that's been a governor in the state, you know the law, a case is in court, and then you're coming to talk about the details of the cases in court. Because you deny that the case was not in court, now you've already accepted that the case is in court. So is it not just better you thrash it out with the woman that has been reporting a case in public that we all heard, and I ask you questions based on that? So, Minister, just answer the questions. I've got no axe to grind with you. You know that. We've spoken many times. In fact, when your people called to book, I booked them, and I said you should come on air. So please just tell us those information. It's very important, Minister.
I'm not hearing, even though this guy is not. Yes, you know, in certain cases in court, you say, you know, you do no case submission. Rufai does not know what he's talking, and I think he should come to learn, you know, one, how to talk. Number two, Mayo.
He answered the question. How have the loan been spent? What's the cost per kilometer of these new 100 kilometers? How much is it going to cost? And how has the cost been spent?
All right, Minister Umahi, you have the floor now to please respond to the questions that have been posed to you.
Okay. Number one, you know, this guy makes me, it makes me, to laugh, at a very high level of ignorance. I was in Edo State, and I said, listen.
It can never, no politician can ever be transparent in Nigeria. Two things I want to give out here, and I will close. Two things, they're related to one that I want to, that make me to come and do this video. If things in one, and because of Nigeria, I come do this video, not because of the Umahi rubbish, not because of the argument. Number one, I did not finish this video. I didn't take this video or download, finish this video. But the little I listened to in this argument conversation by David Umahi, he said, number one, he said Rufai is too small. David Umahi, the employee, said Rufai is too small. David Umahi said Rufai is too small to ask him accountability. That is basic, the whole thing. And number two of it, that he refused to give accountability. There he related to Nigerians. He related to Nigerians. A journalist asked a question. An employee tell the journalist, said the journalist is too small for him to give accountability to. In Nigeria, he asked a question for the office they employ you for. When you spend over 15 trillion, when you spend over 15 trillion for the project they gave to you, project where they put for your hand, may you do. You spend 15 trillion and the project not get ahead. Una do like said, children, they learn how to create road for inside sand. And a journalist now said, give us the estimate. Let's know by kilometer how much una take do. You say it's too small. It's to show that Nigerians are too small to be given accountability to. It's to show that Nigerians are useless. It's to show that Nigerians they have lose value in the eyes of politicians. Is to show that Nigeria is not worth, Nigerians have not worth to ask any politician question about what they do about money. Public funds. He said Rufai is too small to ask him questions. So Rufai shouldn't ask him any questions about what they are doing. Give us the estimate we want to know. And again, for the whole conversation, he refused to give accountability. Is to also show that nobody in Nigeria that's supposed to know what politicians are using money for, Nigeria is not worth it. Nigerians are so useless to understand that politicians will give account to. They don't want to give account to. That is what Dave Umahi said. Because when you will know that Dave Umahi is calling Nigeria useless, that Nigerians don't want to give account to. He mentioned his name and his professor. He says he's a professor in practice. Engineer. He says a professor. So in his own names and ego, Nigerians are useless to ask any question. Because he's a professor in practice. He's a Oduga. So he's a demigod for Nigerians to ask him accountability, to ask any question. Nigeria youth is sending them to a cup of rice, that is where they belong. So you people does not want to ask him a question. You people are so useless and confused to ask him a question. So Nigerians are so useless and confused to ask any politician a question. They are too small to ask them a question. That is how it is. That make me to bring this video. Rufai, let me go for the second one. Rufai, no politician will give you account of what they are using public money for, because they are not using it for you or for Nigeria state. They are using it for themselves and their family. No politician capable, except only two people I mentioned, which is Oti and Mr. Peter Obi. But the rest politician, they cannot give you account, because there is no account. To make Nigeria work on their hand, it cannot work. If Nigeria is hoping that those hopeless and useless politicians that will make Nigeria work, that make Nigerians to hand over Nigerians to Nigeria state to the politician, you people are failed. No politician will come out and bring a pen and a book and said the budgets 2025 budget then gave to me to use for my local government or my constituency or my Avro, that this is what we are doing. We build school over 20 billion. We build road over 80 billion. We give water over 90 billion. No politician will come and give account like that to you, to Nigerians. You employ the politicians, you vote for them is as your own risk. They have no explanation for you because you are nobody, you are useless, you are not worth to ask them a question. That is what they mean. That is the reason why the Dave Umahi now said, I am a professor. I am a professor in practice. That means you are big. You are too big to give accountability to Nigerians that employed you. It's obvious that they don't even employ you. So you just enter by a selection so that you squander the money. So they are not the one that employ you. They are not the one that will ask you questions. That is it. And it's good to Nigerians. It's good. Instead of separation, you people are clamoring for electoral reform, INEC reform. They have just removed INEC now. Bring another dangerous INEC. There is no free and fair in Nigeria election. Tinubu is coming back again. It's coming. Instead of us now to cry for separation, you are crying for electoral reform and NEC reform. No politician have been giving back word to will give you account. You are not serious that politician will give you accountability of the money they are looting. Then you will not say, oh, they will not call, my fellow Nigerians, we are the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Then we have so far having a budget of 2025. Then we want to give accounts to Nigeria how we use the budget of 2025. This is the end of the this is the last month of the year, so we are giving an accountability to Nigerians who employ us to office. Then Nigerians, this is our yearly budget. I want to give out to Nigerians for each state. Then all the governors will come also give accountability to the citizens of Nigerians. As a Federal Republic of Nigeria, we bring over 55 trillion for the budget of 2025. And each state has a cut of the budget. Then we are giving first Lagos 7.8 trillion. We are giving Ibadan 97.7 trillion. We are giving Nasarawa 88.9 trillion. We are giving Ogun 97.7 trillion. We are giving the Edo State 85.9 trillion. Then is on and on like that. My fellow Nigeria, the God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we are giving accountability of a budget of 2025. Then this each state governors will come out and give you accountability. Then each governor. This is a Edo State governor. The budget that gets to us from the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Then they gave us the budget. The budget total is about 88.9 trillion. So we are using the 88.9 trillion capital expenditure, take over 7 billion. Then we build roads, we build the roads and network, take over 80-something billion. Then with schools take over 98 trillion. You know, now it's also roads then they build. And the road, they build and finish. There is no other things. This is how it's supposed to be. But no politician, Nigeria politician, will give you accountability. They will never. That is why nothing is working. This road of 15 trillion now. Look at. I bring an estimate of South Africa, the same coastal highway. South Africa used the coastal highway $1.5 something billion, if I'm not mistaken. But look at Nigeria's own. Look at Nigeria on. Look at Nigeria coastal highway. Look at South Africa coastal highway. 10 point something thousands kilometer. The Nigeria owns 700 kilometer. Look at the amount. They will not give you accountability, Rufai. Nigerians are useless in the eyes of politicians. Because instead of Nigerians to focus on them, Nigerians are focusing to talk. They are focusing in cup of rice. Cup of rice. Nigeria youth na rice. Nigeria youth na rice. And they will never give accountability to nobody. Nobody. He just wastes his time there in their rice. They will never give accountability to nobody. A simple how you spend this money, you are measured 15 trillion over this road that is not even half. You cannot give account because you are a demigod. Nigeria did not want to ask you account. On a safe and a good country, a country where put on cap, where get head, then we send auditor. The federal government will send auditor to go and inspect that road in another country, even Africa country, Auditors will go there, they will audit and us, then we check that road and check the amount is spent on that useless road, in useless country and useless people. When they check it that the road is, the amount is not even, the road is not even worth the amount. This Devil Mai will be thrown into jail. This Devil Mai will be thrown into jail. If the auditor went to go and crest that road that is not worth the amount he budgeted, his own is finished. Everything about him will be seized. He will be thrown into jail. But for Nigeria, all of them have case in ASCC. All of them. That is why they need to run to the thief master. Thief master will cover them with the agbada. Nobody will give, because they don't see Nigerians finish. They see Nigerians hopeless people, jobless people, useless people. They don't want to give accountability to useless people. Nobody.